Saints fans, welcome in Saints Game Day, driven by Placer Motors. I'm Daniel Sally, joined in the Brad Schmidt Allstate Insurance broadcast booth by the Hall of Famer Gary Turcotte here at the PE Center on the campus of Carroll College for yet another day of Frontier Conference basketball. And Gary, we got a couple good ones today as the Carroll College Fighting Saints will play host to the Rocky Mountain Battling Bears. And starting things off like we always do, we got arguably the two best women's basketball teams in the Frontier Conference on this floor in front of us here today.
Well, I think they are, at least so far this season. Now, Providence might want to give us a little argument, but I think from what we've seen so far out of Rocky Mountain, they look like the real deal.
Carroll entering the game today 15-2, 3-0 in Frontier Conference play. Rocky Mountain College 14-1 on the season and 3-0 in conference play. That lone loss for them coming to LC State. We know what kind of program they have over there. They're always a good team, so obviously that's not a knock on their resume by any means. And Carroll's two losses coming against the number 3 and number 4 team in the country as the latest NAIA poll. Those teams are going to end up moving up to 2 and 3. And the next one, I'd imagine, of course, Westmont was number 2. They took that loss to Carroll down in Arizona at the Cactus Classic. But as we look at today's matchup, there are a lot of moving parts to this one. You look up and down both rosters, and there are a lot of really good players that do a lot of really good different things. But starting things out, the straw that stirs the drink for the Battling Bears is India Fly, averaging 19.6 points per game, 9.9 rebounds per game. And it seems like you go on your social medias, you go online on a Monday afternoon, and you're going to see her being named Frontier Conference Women's Basketball Player of the Week. She's having that kind of season.
Well, she's a volume shooter. Not so much, Daniel, a pure three as a scorer, a girl that can bounce it, but a girl that she can make medium range shots, pull-up shots. She gets points off steals. She'll pick your point guard. She'll get going in transition, and you just look up and all of a sudden at halftime she'll have 15 points. You say, geez, I just didn't think she played that well, but she did.
And Carroll's backcourt's really going to have their hands full today because obviously we talked about India Fly, and we haven't talked yet about Chloe Thatcher, but she's a familiar face. No one forgot about her. I mean, Rocky, they were down last season. We talked about the success they're having this season, and in large part, that's from the production they get out of their point guard. Chloe's been there for years, ever since I started calling games at least, and she's a steady hand, kind of like we talked about what Camden does for our offense. Chloe Thatcher does that for them. She's scoring 13 points per game, and she's got a double ratio, or her assist-to-turnover ratio, double the assist to her turnovers. I'm not sure the best way to say that, but it's over 2, and she is just the steady hand for their offense. They can put her outside. She can catch and shoot. She can create, and she can drive the lane. She can get to the free throw line. She really does it all, but the best thing she does is set up her teammates. So Camden Hilborn and Sienna Swanek, they're going to be tasked with probably their 2 toughest defensive assignments of the year so far.
That I would agree that these two are the best combination guards that probably Carroll will see this year at any level that they will play. Chloe, one of the best women's basketball players ever to come out of Butte Central. And, you know, even without Nadia, she would have been an all-conference player. But now with Nadia, she can play the 2 a lot, and she's a pure shooter. She is a pure 3, and she can also bounce it. Great passer. Was a point guard in high school, so she's a combo, can do a lot of things.
We're going to go ahead and take our first break here on Saints Game Day, driven by Placer Motors. And when we come back, we'll be joined in the Rutgers Furniture Coaches Lounge by the head coach of the Fighting Saints, Rochelle Sayers. You're listening to Carroll College Fighting Saints basketball on Rewind 94.9 and KCAP.com. Welcome back in, everybody. It's Saints Game Day, driven by Placer Motors. I'm Daniel Sally, joined in the Brad Schmidt All-State Insurance broadcast booth with the Hall of Famer Gary Turcotte, just a few minutes away from tip-off here at the PE Center for Game 1 of today's doubleheader between Carroll College and Rocky Mountain. And Gary, as we look at this matchup, just a few minutes away here, these two coaches, Wes Keller, Rochelle Sayers, they've had some really good games over the years. Could you talk about their coaching matchup a little bit?
Well, that's an interesting thought. Wes Keller is a very experienced coach. He's coached for a long time. He used
8 years.
And he was the men's assistant coach for Billy Drykosen when they won the national championship. He's been around a long time. Of course, his dad is a famous Steve Keller. So Wes was born to it. He played here at Helena High, and he runs good stuff. And he has changed almost all the stuff he's running offensively to take advantage of the new talent he has. And he's going against, one of the best coaches of any gender that's ever coached at Carroll, Rochelle Sayers. I would count her, in the top 2 or 3, to be honest with you. She's just that good.
Yeah.
And she's running new stuff this year that she hasn't. I guess she ran some of it last year.
They didn't play Rocky last year, though.
Didn't play Rocky the whole year. So this is the first of at least 3 meetings, probably 4. They'll probably meet in the playoffs. And there's just a real sense of expectation in the gym.
And offensively for Carroll, we saw them get out to a slow start on Thursday night against Montech. Obviously, they're going to want to correct that tonight. Missed a few bunnies, though. It wasn't like they weren't getting their good looks. They just tricked a couple layups. It happens. But they started leaning on Jamie Pickens and Danny Wagner there in the first half to hit some shots. And once those two got going, everyone followed suit. And I think that's kind of been the recipe for them. You find a hot hand early, you go to them, and then defenses, they cue in on that, and then you start divvying it around, and then everyone scores, and it's great. Talk about that approach a little bit.
That is the way it works, yeah. Daniel. And both of these coaches have had plenty of time to get ready to stop the other team's stars. And if they can, it means that somebody else is going to have to step up. Who will it be? For Rocky, it could be Mackenzie Deathman, who is a very good player. Shauna Brabiscus, did I get it right? Brabiscus. Who will it be for Carroll? It could be a number of different girls. Anybody that you sense that might have a big game today that isn't expected to be a big double-figure scorer?
I think Maddie Garrett, she brings a spark off the bench.
Could be Maddie.
She's been playing well, too. She's coming on, like we keep saying.
Could be Camden Hilborn, who normally doesn't score a lot, might have to score today.
Yeah, maybe Sienna Swanek, too. We saw her have that big game against Westmont as well. A lot of different options for this Carroll basketball team, and a lot of that goes to Rochelle Sayers and her staff putting together such a good group. And we're going to see their talents put to the test today against one of their best teams in the Frontier Conference. We'll have tip-off coming up next here from the PE Center. 14-1 Rocky Mountain College versus 15-2 Carroll College here on your home for the Saints. Rewind 94.9 and KCAP.com. Welcome back in, everybody. Daniel Sally and Gary Turcotte here at the PE Center, coming to you inside the Brad Schmidt Allstate Insurance broadcast booth. And we got tip-off here momentarily between the Carroll College Fighting Saints and the Rocky Mountain Battlin' Bears on your home for the Saints, Rewind 94.9. Let's go ahead and meet the starting lineups for Game 1 of today's Frontier Conference doubleheader, starting with the Battlin' Bears. At guard, 5'8" senior, number 3, India Fly. At point guard for the Bears, a 5'7" junior, number 11, Chloe Thatcher. Also at the guard position, a 5'8" senior, number 21, Adonica Baca-Martinez. Starting at forward, that's his 5'11" senior, number 31, Shauna Berbiscus. And in the post, a 6'1" sophomore, that's number 33, Mackenzie Deathman. Of course, Wes Keller, 8 years into his career as the head women's basketball coach at Rocky Mountain College, off to one of the best starts in their program's history. Looking at the starting five for the Fighting Saints, at guard, a 5'9" senior out of Havre, Montana, number 4, Danny Wegner. At forward, a 5'10" senior out of Fairfield, Washington, number 10, Christine Denny. At the point guard position, a 5'8" senior out of Clancy, Montana, Helena High product by way of Montana State, that's number 22, Camden Hilborn. And at guard, a 5'9" senior out of 9 Mile Falls, Washington, number 23, Sienna Swanek. In the middle, rounding it out, a 6'2" junior out of Clancy, Montana, Helena High product by way of University of Montana, number 42, Jamie Pickens. And, of course, Rochelle Sayers at the helm for the Fighting Saints. And she has just had an illustrious career so far, continues to get better. And she's in the golden age of a program, as you always say, Gary. Yeah. And tonight is just another big game in this season where they have such lofty expectations. Ranked number 5 in the country, probably going to be number 4 next week. Obviously, a lot banks on how today's game turns out, but a tough test for them nonetheless.
Oh, I guarantee you, it's a tough test. And just looking at the level of athletes that Rocky Mountain is putting on the floor, this is a little bit different than what Carroll will see in other Frontier Conference teams. This is a long, athletic-looking, talented team that Rocky has. This is going to be a real good one.
I got to watch them down in Arizona, and they can play.
Yeah.
They can play.
Yeah.
And 31, Berbiscus, is a shooter. She's a shooter. She's going to catch and shoot. They're going to run some inside-out stuff to get her the ball. There's a lot of people you got to worry about on this team.
And she's got length.
Oh, yes, she does. I mean, she's their 4.
Yeah.
She's their 4. All right, here we go. It's tip-off. Jamie Pickens and Mackenzie Deathman in the center circle. Ball is up, and it's won by the Battlin' Bears. They're going left to right across your radio dial in their green uniforms, white trim, white numbers on those. Carroll in their home white uniforms, purple numbers, purple trim. Out on the outside, it's India Fly, far wing, guarded by Swanek. Drives the lane. Nice little move, fake, puts it up from about 4 feet, 5 feet away, and knocks it in for 2. 2-0, the Battlin' Bears strike first. Christine Denny will get it across for the Saints as they get into their offense. Jamie Pickens on the elbow, takes the mid-range jumper, buries it. Picks up where she left off from Thursday night. We saw her get that going early, and there it is again.
She loves that spot.
9:23 left in the first quarter. 2-2 the score on the Mike Miller State Farm Insurance scoreboard. Chloe Thatcher drives the lane, dumps it off to Deathman. Little 6-footer, shot no good from the baseline. Rebound pulled down by Danny Wegner. She passes off to Hilborn. It's Christine Denny setting up the offense again. Tries to throw an entry pass. It's off the foot of Berbiscus. Carroll will keep it. Interesting, Gary. Christine setting up the offense early on in the game.
Exactly.
Bet we'll see some give and go.
Fly has picked so many point guards, Daniel. She's averaging 2 or 3 turnovers a game that she causes.
Posting up, Pickens goes to her left, off the glass, and good for 2. Nice move from Pickens. Starts on the low block, goes across the key, and finishes it to give Carroll a 4-2 lead. Just under 9 minutes to play here in the first quarter. India Fly with it. She pulls up for 3 over Swanek. No good. It's a hustle for the ball. Swanek tips it. Christine Denny comes up with it, and here come the Saints. Swanek near side on the wing. Looking for Wagner. Instead goes to the top. It's Denny again. Now Hilborn. Down low, they go back to Pickens. Pickens looking for the cutter. She's got Denny. She bounces it, puts it up. Ooh, no good. Nice look for the Saints there. Can't get it to fall as Deathman comes up with the rebound. Here comes India Fly. Near side, Thatcher. Berbiscus. Now far wing, it's Baca-Martinez. Berbiscus has it again. Back to the near side, Thatcher. Thatcher guarded tightly by Swanek. She drives the lane. Pickens helps off. She dumps it off to Deathman. Deathman's layup is good. 4-4, tie ball game here. 8 minutes left in the first quarter. Christine Denny setting up the offense. Hands off. Hilborn. Kicks it out. Pickens thinks about the three. Instead, she's going to put it on the ground. Step through a little Euro step off the glass, and they got her for a travel. The ball will go right back to the Battle and Bears. 7:51 left in the first quarter. 4-4, still tied. India Fly. Hands off Thatcher. Now to the top, Probiscus. Baca Martinez has it. Probiscus again. Down low, Deathman. Guarded by Pickens. Puts it up, and it's good. Nice finish by Mackenzie Deathman that time. And I don't know if you remember, Gary, but we saw a little bit of her when she was a freshman, and you liked her game.
Yeah, I do. And she's really ducking hard from the weak side, and she's getting great position down there against Jamie.
Pickens on the elbow. Calling for some motion, gets it up top. Danny Wagner spots up for three off the screen. It's no good. Nice look for Danny that time. Rebound is pulled down by Fly. Fly in transition, picked up by Hilborn. Drives the lane, kicks it out to Thatcher. Three from Thatcher. That's no good off the rim. Nice closeout by Swanek. Rebound pulled down by Denny. She's coming up the far side of the court. Works her way back towards the middle, now drives the lane. Puts it up, no good. Offensive rebound, Pickens. Little baby hook back to her right side, and it's good for two. Carroll ties it back up at 6 apiece. 6:50 left here in the first quarter. Fly. Guarded by Swanek. Drives the lane. Nice defense on the shot that time by Sienna. Rebound pulled down by Pickens. She gets the outlet pass out to Hilborn. Now the Saints are running. Hilborn dumps it off to Wagner. Wagner picks up a screen. To the middle. It's Swanek. Now Hilborn again. To Denny. Denny takes the mid-range J. It's no good. A little off the mark that time. Rebound pulled down by Swanek, and she is fouled.
Sienna does so many things for you. She's your two guard, and she gets those kind of offensive rebounds and just gives you another possession. And Jamie Pickens looks like she's uncomfortable. As well as she's playing, she just came out. I don't know if she got hit in the stomach, but she's having a tough time breathing over there. The trainer's take a quick look.
Maddie Garrett's in the game for Pickens. Carroll inbounds from the baseline. Swanek drives, pull up, it's good. 8-6, Carroll leads. 6:10 left in the first quarter. Also a substitution for Rocky Mountain College, Camille Cunningham in the game. Here's a three-pointer from Thatcher on the other end, no good. Loose ball tipped out of bounds. I thought that was off Rocky. I guess it was out off us, so they'll keep it. Cunningham will inbound from the far side for Rocky. Up top, Fly. Fly in the lane.
Holy
Puts
cow.
up a runner. It's
that's,
good.
That's a double crossover and unbelievably quick. That is just beautiful.
Denny. Hands off to Swanek near side. Now to the elbow, it's Maddie Garrett's. Garrett's pump fakes. Here's Hilborn. Picks up a screen. Kicks it out. Wagner, open look for three. It's good. Danny Wagner puts the Saints up 11-8. 5.5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Fly. Near side Thatcher. Thatcher picks up the screen from Deathman. Works it in, now back out to Fly. Fly. Gets her pivot going. Fadeaway jumper, no good. And that is tough to stay with if you're defending. Oh my.
Well, she gets in pivots, and it's about an 8-footer.
Give and go. Garrett's to Denny. Layup no good from Christine. Rebound brought down by Deathman. Thatcher in the lane. Guarded by Wagner. Fadeaway, it's good. Nice move to the cup that time by Chloe Thatcher. 11-10 the score. 4:45 left in the first quarter. Hilborn crosses over, picks up a screen from Garrett's. Now she drives the lane, dumps it off. Christine Denny looking to get it back out to Garrett's. It's knocked loose by Thatcher. Back out to Garrett's now as Swanek gets on the loose ball. Wagner has it, she travels. Emma Madsen checking in the game. We got a media timeout. We'll take it as well. 4:28 left in the first quarter. 11-10. Carroll in the lead on the Mike Miller State Farm Insurance scoreboard. We'll take a break. You're listening to Carroll Basketball on Rewind 94.9 and KCAP.com. 11-10, Carroll in the lead on the Mike Miller State Farm Insurance scoreboard. 4:28 left here in the first quarter. Daniel Sally and Gary Turcotte coming to you from the Brad Schmidt Allstate Insurance broadcast booth, bringing you Carroll College Fighting Saints basketball. Game one of tonight's doubleheader between Carroll and Rocky. It's Rocky ball out of the timeout. India Fly takes up the court to the elbow. Deathman, hand off Thatcher. Thatcher picks up the screen, gets in the lane, looks to find Deathman, and she knocks it out of bounds. That'll be a turnover forced by the Fighting Saints. 4:15 to go in the first. Camden Hilborn cross half court. Emma Madsen in the game. Christine getting a rest. To the elbow. Garrett's hands off Wagner, and that's a foul. It was Camille Cunningham that time. She knocked Hilborn to the ground, setting a screen. The Saints will inbound from the baseline. Checking into the game now, Dominique Stevens, 6'3" freshman out of Hamilton, New Zealand.
She looks like she's about 6'3". What is she listed, Daniel?
6'3"?
Yeah.
Good eye, Gary.
Yeah, she's...
Inbounding Swanek. Madsen gets it to Garrett's up top, now Hilborn. Emma Madsen. Back out to Garrett's. Garrett's, good look from three. Oh, off the rim, no good. Tipped off the hand of Swanek. Rocky will get it back. Good look for Maddie that time.
Good look. She can make those.
We've seen her do it a lot this season.
Yep. Carroll getting into their offense much quicker tonight than they did against Montana Tech 2 nights ago.
3:44 left in the first. Fly has it. Guarded by Swanek. She drives out to Cunningham. Cunningham, three over Hilborn off the rim, no good. Nice box out that time by Garrett's to get the rebound. Outlet pass, here comes Camden Hilborn. Hilborn to Swanek, now Garrett's again. To the elbow, it's Madsen. Madsen finds a cutting Swanek, ooh, and just misses her. It's out of bounds, turned over by the Saints. Rocky will get it back. Still 11-10.
A game like this, boy, those you just don't want to give them any empty possessions like that.
Get open. Get open.
India Fly.
Step over.
Over to the wing. Cunningham has it now. Probiscus.
Driver.
Here comes the drive on Madsen. Madsen picks her up. They go back up to Fly. Fly guarded by Swanek. Nice help from Madsen. They kick it out. Probiscus, three. It's good.
And you liked her shot. You saw her down in Arizona.
She can bury him.
And that's not a fluke, that three.
13-11. Rocky leads. 2:48 left in the first quarter. Garrett's at the top. Goes to the far side. Madsen. Madsen in the lane with her left. Puts a shot up. Can't get the roll. Rebound Garrett's. Her putback's no good. Another rebound for Garrett's. She's going to step out, go up with it again. It's no good. Garrett's one more time, and that one's good. Maddie Garrett's with the bucket. Tie it back up at 13. Good persistence that time.
A lot of contact on that last shot.
It's about 4 offensive rebounds on the same possession. Here comes Fly. In the lane, dumps it off Stevens. Closing out is Swanek, but she makes a mid-range jumper for 2 and puts the Bears back up 15-13.
That time Fly really drew a lot of coverage. She had 4 girls on her and found an open player.
Well, Coach Sayre said in their interview, they can't get caught fly watching. Near side, Swanek working to the top of the key. She crosses over and gets it off to Garrett's. Garrett's waiting for a cut, gets it back to the wing. Swanek again. In the lane, step back jumper from the elbow. It's good. Oh, man.
And
that's unguardable.
Sienna could have one of those nights tonight where she gets going, and she might be the one. She probably needs to look for her shot more right now.
She's been getting up for the big games
yeah,
this year. That's
she does.
Sure. I mean,
big games.
And every other game for that matter. Fly in the lane out to Cunningham. Cunningham dumps it off. It's stolen by Emma Madsen. Madsen in transition. Swanek, 3. Off the rim, no good. Rebound brought down by Stevens. They had numbers that time, 5 on 4. Found the trailer, but the shot doesn't fall. Fly on the other end. She takes it right to the hole. Nice defense by Camden. Rebound brought down by Maddie Garrett's. Still tied up at 15 apiece. 1 minute to play in the first. Swanek. Off the bounce. Picks up her dribble. Goes to Garrett's. Over around to Hilborn. Garrett's again up top, thinks about the 3, instead she's going to bounce.
That's a hand check.
Madsen in the lane with her left, no good. Rebound brought down by Probiscus. Probiscus to the other end. Hands off Fly. Fly looking for Stevens. Stevens going to work on the low block against Garrett's. Her shot's no good. Rebound brought down by Garrett's. 28 seconds on the game clock, 24 on the shot clock. Hilborn goes to Madsen. Clock now at 20. Loose ball foul.
I think they got Madsen.
Maddie.
Maddie didn't like it. She's the one that got knocked over and then got the foul.
Yeah. She's going to come out of the game now. Jamie Pickens re-entering. That's good to see. Jaden Lyman also in the game for the first time tonight. 20 seconds on the clock for the Battle Bears. I imagine they'll play for last shot here. Tie score, 15 apiece. Fly has it. 10 seconds now for Fly. Fly picks up a double screen, gets it out to Brabiscus. 3 from the top, and she buries it.
Boy, she can shoot it.
2 seconds left. I don't think the Saints are going to have time to get a shot off, and they will not. 18-15 the score. Rocky Mountain College leading Carroll at the end of the first quarter. We're going to go ahead and take a timeout. Second quarter action coming up next here on your home for the Saints. Rewind 94.9 and KCAP.com. Welcome back in, everybody. Second quarter action here from the PE Center. 18-15, Rocky in the lead on the Mike Miller State Farm Insurance scoreboard. Daniel Sally and Gary Turcotte bringing you game one of today's Frontier Conference doubleheader between the Saints and the Battle Bears. It's Carroll basketball to start off the second. Lyman in the game as well as Ekstrom for the first time. Swanek to the far side. It's Christine Denny. Denny, now Lyman. Here's Pickens. Handoff Lyman. Lyman looking for a cutter. Instead, she gets it out to Ekstrom. They're going to go back to Pickens. Pickens posting up on Stevens. Fadeaway jumper from Jamie, no good. Rebound brought down by the Bears. Bringing down the rebound that time. That was Grace Leckvold. Gracie Leckvold, excuse me.
Scobie.
Extra E on there. Fly, pull up, mid-range jumper, it's good. Wow. She's even better in person.
Yeah, she's the real deal.
20-15, Bears lead by 5. Lyman to the elbow. Pickens calls for a motion, gets it to Ekstrom. Ekstrom in the lane. Pump fakes now out to Denny. Denny taking her time. She crosses over to the cup. Looks to put a shot up. No good. Tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Rocky. Carroll will inbound from the baseline. They're doing a really nice job affecting our shots right now, Gary.
Yeah, they're playing good defense, and West's teams are known for playing good defense.
Pickens,
real good man-to-man defense.
Off the inbound, post up, baby hook to the right side. It's good.
Big bucket by Jamie there.
Yeah, they needed to get off of 15
They don't
points.
have a good matchup for Jamie. They don't.
Who does?
Yeah.
Thatcher in the lane, guarded by Ekstrom. Fade away. It's good. That's a nice shot by Thatcher.
And she's shooting over Addie, who's got a little bit of a height advantage.
Denny taking it up again. She hands off to Swanek. Now Ekstrom. To the elbow. Pickens. Swanek again. Looking for a screen. She gets it. In the lane. Pull-up jumper. It's good. She is automatic on those shots.
She needs to look for her shot more.
22-19. Bears lead by 3. 8 minutes left in the first half. India Fly. Crosses over. Hands it off to Leckvold. Leckvold drives. Backing down on Lyman. Picks up her dribble. Finds a cutter. It's Probiscus. Guarded by Denny. She puts it up with her right, and it's good. She's good. She's very good.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting her to be as versatile as she is, Daniel. She can shoot, and she can also get to the rim and post up a little bit.
On the elbow, it's Pickens. To her left this time. She puts it up and draws the foul. Jamie will go to the line to shoot 2. As she gets ready to do so, Carroll Basketball on Rewind 94.9 is brought to you in part by, hold on, I gotta get my sheet. John Lagerquist, Century 21 Heritage Realty. For all your real estate needs, from homes, land, or commercial, contact John Lagerquist, one of Helena's leading realtors. The Overland Express Restaurant, serving Helena since 1975. It's Helena's family restaurant that features their famous dragon wings. Try them, you'll like them. Overland Express. Free throw up from Pickens, it's good. Danny Wagner back in the game for the Saints. Pickens, one more on the way. It's up, and it's good. So Jamie hits them both. 24-21. Rocky in the lead. 7.5 minutes left. Ekstrom guarding Fly now. Swanek on the bench. Fly switched on to Lyman. Step back jumper in the lane, and she knocks it down. I don't know if she's missed yet.
Yeah. She's missed a few, but she's a volume shooter, Daniel. She's going to take 25, 30 shots before the game's over.
And rightfully so.
Yeah.
Christine Denny on the elbow. Out to Ekstrom. Pump fake. Goes back to Christine. They're looking to get it to Jamie. Christine passes out to Lyman now. Lyman to Wagner up top. Wagner to Pickens. Pickens stepping into it. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Fade away. It's no good. Rebound brought down by Stevens. Fly in transition. Picked up by Lyman. Fly steps through. Traveling violation.
Good defense. Jaden Lyman, very tough.
It's a hard-nosed play right there.
Yeah, that's a tough play.
Rocky still leads by 5, 26-21, 6:42 to go here in the second quarter. Addie Ekstrom on the elbow. Not on the elbow, on the wing, excuse me. Danny Wagner down low, puts it up with her left, no good. Rebound Pickens, her putback's no good. Loose ball. Last touch out of bounds by Carroll. Rocky will get it back. I'll tell you, we've gotten some offensive rebounds, Gary, but they've really been contesting those putback attempts.
They have.
Usually those are easy 2 points.
You know, we talked at the beginning how long Rocky is. That this is a big, long, athletic basketball team.
India Fly.
Yeah.
Wearing number 3. She's got the Allen Iverson tattoo, it looks like, too. Probiscus on the elbow. Finds a driving cutter. It's Leckvold. Her shot no good. Rebound pulled down by Pickens. Pickens gets it out to Denny. And she passes over to Lyman. Denny to the elbow. Pickens, jumper, no good off the rim. Rebound brought down by Ekstrom. Ekstrom battling for the loose ball. Leckvold knocked it loose, though, and Rocky comes up with it. Leckvold looking to the far wing. Probiscus has it, guarded by Ekstrom.
14,
Up top.
14.
Fly. Lyman on her. Fly. Crosses over, drives the lane. Nice help from Pickens. Fade away from Fly. She knocks it down. 28-21. Rocky leads by 7. And Gary, you can hear a pen drop in this place right now.
Yeah, it's really Rocky can't play much better than they're playing right now.
No, they're doing a really nice
Yeah.
job. Wagner on the wing. Picks up a screen from Pickens. Pull-up jumper from the elbow, and they're going to get a moving screen on Jamie. Swanek re-entering the game. She got some good rest there. Ekstrom will go to the bench. Good minutes from Addie, too.
It was. Now Sienna will go back on Fly,
Excellent.
which is a little bit better matchup for Carroll.
5:18 to play in the second quarter. Chloe Thatcher, near side, guarded by Wagner. Picks up a screen, drives the lane. Pick and roll, dump it off to Deathman. Shot up, no good. Foul on Jamie Pickens, though.
Come on, Matt. Good job.
Maddie Garretts will check in. 2 quick fouls on Pickens. Maddie will give her a break.
At the line for 2, Mackenzie Deathman.
Deathman at the stripe. First one is up, it's good.
Hey,
She'll shoot one more.
right here.
Second one from Deathman. She buries it. 30-21, a 9-point Rocky lead, their largest of the game. 5:08 to play in the second quarter. Carroll desperately needs a bucket here. Lyman to Swanek. Denny down low. Garrett's going to work on Deathman to her left, puts it up. Nice move. It's good.
Real nice move.
30-23 is the score. Rocky in the lead. 4:50 left in the half. Leckvold, far side. Thatcher. Now Berbiscus. To the wing again, it's Fly. Fly looks to drive on Swanek. Step through move off the glass. Nice defense again by Sienna. Rebound brought down by Maddie Garrett. Lyman running point towards the far sideline. She works towards the wing. Picks up her dribble. Passes it off to Garrett. Elbow, it's Denny. Looking down low for the post up for Wagner. It's stolen by Gracie Leckvold. Nice job denying ball that time.
It really was. Leckvold did a nice job of defense.
Fly. Guarded by Lyman. To Berbiscus. Now Leckvold. Leckvold gets a screen, takes the three off the rim. It's no good. Swanek pulls down the board. Swanek on the move. Takes it in the lane herself. Dumps it off. Denny off the glass and good. What a pass.
Whew. Big bucket. Carroll kind of creeping back into this thing. They've had a couple of stops.
30-25 the score. 3:35 on the clock. Thatcher drives, steps through, shot up, no good. Loose ball, rebound by Thatcher. Berbiscus comes up with the deflection. Looking for Fly, she gets it. Leckvold on the wing. Thought she had a look, dumps it off to Deathman. Deathman guarded in the post by Denny. She puts it up with her left, no good. Rebound brought down by Carroll.
Good defense by Carroll. Carroll's picked up their defense the last few minutes, Daniel.
They kind of had to go into scramble mode after the O board.
Yeah.
It worked. Garrett down low. Denny pump fake, steps underneath the basket, off the glass, and good. 30-27, just like that. Quick 6-0 run for the Saints. They cut it to 3. 30-27 the score. 2:50 left on the second quarter. Fly drives the lane, loses the ball. Lyman comes up with the steal. Here comes Lyman in transition. Lob pass up to Denny. Layup with the left hand. It's good. Turning defense into offense right now. The Saints are 30-29. They trail by 1. 2.5 minutes left in the second quarter. Fly up top, guarded by Swanek. Works towards the near side. Now Leckvold has it. She's guarded by Jaden Lyman. Down low, Fly on the block. Nice help defense by Lyman to disrupt that shot, but it doesn't matter. It's good. Little floater that time from Fly.
When she gets that ball down at the low post, it is so tough to stop her. She elevates quickly and up high, and she can spin either way.
And there's that turnover she forced. Fly gets it loose from Lyman. Now she has numbers in transition. Lyman makes a run for it, but Fly finishes. And just like that, it's back to a 5-point Rocky lead, 34-29.
Fly gets a lot of points off picking the point guard, which she did right there.
Lyman.
If you're not careful, she'll get you again.
Over to Swanek. Now it's Garrett looking for the cutter. Denny comes down with it, kicks it out. Wagner, 3. Oh, off the rim, no good. Rebound pulled down by Fly. 34-29 the score, minute 25 to play in the second quarter, that is. 3-pointer from Berbiscus, no good.
That just rattled. Boy, she's a good shooter.
Rebound Swanek. Here she comes to the other end. Puts it up in transition. Ooh, can't get the roll, but she does get the foul. Sienna will shoot 2 free throws. Media timeout called will take it as well. 34-29. Rocky leads the Saints on the Mike Miller State Farm Insurance scoreboard. Minute 13 to play in the second quarter. We'll have the rest of that when we come back on Rewind 94.9 and KCAP.com. 34-29, Rocky Mountain in the lead over Carroll here on the Mike Miller State Farm Insurance scoreboard. 1:13 to play in the second quarter as we get ready for a couple of Sienna Swanwick free throws out of the timeout. As we do that, Carroll Basketball on Rewind 94.9 is brought to you in part by Range 406, Helena's indoor shooting range featuring 8 shooting lanes and air-conditioned comfort. Range 406 also has a great supply of hunting ammo along with an excellent selection of pistols and rifles. Also Cap Paving since 1984, paving the way to excellence. First free throw from Swanwick is good. And also Rutgers Furniture. Make the quality choice for your home at Rutgers Furniture. One more on the way for Sienna. It's up, and it's good. Sienna hits them both. And Carroll's back within 3. 34-31, a minute 13 on the clock in the second quarter. Fly, near side Thatcher. Thatcher off the bounce. Works inside. Kicks it out, Fly, open 3, it's good. 37-31, India Fly having quite the day so far. Hilborn in the offense, dumps it off to Denny, cutting to the hoop off the glass, and good for 2.
Great play by Camden there, under a lot of pressure by Fly, and found the back cutting Christine.
Here's Fly, a pull-up in transition. That's no good. Loose ball, pulled down by Camden Hilborn. She gets it to Garrett's, back to Hilborn. In transition, Hilborn's going to slow it down. They didn't have numbers. Gets it to Denny, trailing. Back to Hilborn. India Fly with 17 points right now, Gary.
Yeah.
Swanwick up top. 14 on the shot clock, 14 on the game clock. It's about a half a second difference between those two. Hilborn on the wing, finds Denny in the paint. Denny kicks it back out. Swanwick open look from 3, buries it with 4 seconds, and that clock is going to run out. That's a big shot for the senior. 37-36 the score now. Rocky in the lead.
Great find by Christine. She came off a double on the baseline and drew traffic and found her teammate in the corner. Big last play by Carroll. 1-point ball game at halftime, Daniel.
37-36 the score on the Mike Miller State Farm Insurance scoreboard. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have the Carroll College halftime show. We'll break down the first half, look ahead at the second half, go over some stats, all that and much more here on Your Home for the Saints. Rewind 94.9 and KCAP.com.
Now it's time for the Chevrolet Buick GMC of Helena.
.36 the score here at halftime on the Mike Miller State Farm Insurance scoreboard. Rocky Mountain College in the lead over the Carroll College Fighting Saints. And Coach Turcotte, as they bring you back here in the Brad Schmidt Allstate Insurance broadcast booth, it's nice that we had that commercial break to catch our breath because that was one heck of a first half.
Well, that was a fun half of basketball to watch. Rocky's the real deal. We sort of suspected it. You saw them down in Arizona earlier, and you thought they were this good. And they are a complete basketball team. I mean, naturally, India Fry makes them go, but they've got a lot of other good players too, and they play good defense. Carroll's really got their hands full. I mean, Carroll played well, and they played hard, and they're down 1, and we know how good Carroll is.
We do, yes. And, I mean, this is a great first half played by both teams. You know, there was a couple times where Carroll got down. They got down by as many as 9, but they battled back. They kept getting shots up. They found their good looks. They didn't get too flustered out there. You know, India Fly, she's running up and down the court, knocking down shots. Rocky got 8 points from Shauna Berbiscus. I mean, they were giving Carroll trouble, but Carroll knew what they had to do. They kept their focus, and they put together a couple really big possessions there late in the half, including that 3 as time expired from Sienna Swanek to get them within 1.
Well, they did. I thought the momentum switched. I thought Rocky had all the momentum up until about the 4-minute mark. 4 minutes gone of the second quarter. Carroll's defense picked up. You could sort of feel it.
They started getting stops.
They started to get some stops, and it looked like there's a possibility before that Rocky might, have come up with a double-digit lead. Carroll got a few stops. Christine got going. Christine Denny got going, and she's a great player, and they're going to need her to have a great second half because in a ball game like this, your star's got to show up, and she's a star.
Yeah, we're Rochelle said in the pregame interview, can't trade 2s for 3s. Carroll's had to go inside. They're struggling to shoot the ball from the three-point line a little bit. 2 for 6. They've knocked down a couple of that. Last one at the end helped a lot.
Yep.
But Rocky, on the other hand, they're not shooting 3s that well either. 3 for 8. They've gotten a couple big drive and dish type of buckets. They're really running the pick and roll effectively, it seems like, Gary. We can talk about that more in a little bit. But looking at some other stats, Rocky 48.5% from the field, Carroll 46.9%, Rocky 37.5% from 3, Carroll 33% from 3. Both teams shooting perfect from the free throw line. Only 6 total free throw attempts between each team, 4 for Carroll and 2 for Rocky in the first half. But as we look at the individual numbers, India Flash has got 17 points and 3 assists, as well as 2 rebounds. She played all 20 minutes. She's probably going to play all 40 minutes of the game.
Will.
She's been doing that a lot. She's 8 of 14 from the field, 14 field goal attempts in a half of basketball. That is quite a bit, if I do say so myself. Looking at the individual numbers for Carroll, leading scorer for them is Sienna Swanek with 11 points. Great first half by her on both ends. 4 of 6 from the field in total, 1 of 2 from 3. Jamie Pickens, 10 points. She was a real big boost in the first quarter. 4 of 8 from the field for her, 2 of 2 at the free throw line as well. Of course, don't forget, throughout the game, listen for our St. Peter's Gold Standard Health Player of the Game. Right now for the Saints, Swanek probably the front runner for what she's doing on both ends. Gary, as you look at these stats, is there anything that's jumping out to you?
Well, I think that Carroll had an advantage at the low block when they went inside to Pickens and to Garrett's and to Denny. They were most successful when they went inside. I think that otherwise Rocky defensively matches up really well with Carroll. They do. They've been able to keep Danny Wagner under control. Danny only able to get off 4 field goal attempts. They're playing her very tight. But inside, Carroll has a little advantage. And then Rocky, the advantage they have is, of course, India Fly, which nobody can guard. And then I thought they ran their pick and roll really well. And I think they got away from it when Carroll went on the run. And I think they'll probably go back to that pick and roll because that was very effective for them, especially at the beginning.
Yeah, and you got 2 things there. One of them, if it's Fly, there's going to be help defense coming off. That usually frees the roller for an open look. If it's Thatcher, I mean, she's just nails with the ball in her hands. So, even if she's not dumping it off to the roller, she might be passing out for 3. Her court vision's so good. She just knows the right play to make. It puts Carroll in a tough spot defensively. But I thought they answered really well those last few minutes of the second quarter to kind of dial it in and force a couple turnovers.
Well, Carroll really got some nice movement in their offense. They got the momentum. They got into the flow. They got the game to go a little bit faster, which I think helps Carroll when the game gets going a little bit faster. And if they can continue to play that kind of defense, even though Fly is probably going to take she's going to get up between 25 and 30 shots.
Yeah.
There's
we
nothing
should
you can.
expect her to score over 30 points. She's
There's
already
not
got
much
17.
not much you can do about it, but offensively you have to answer. You have to score. And Carroll's good players, Pickens, Christine, Kilborn, Danny Wagner, they're going to have to score points. This is probably going to be an 80-point. Somebody's going to have to score 80 points here, maybe more, to win this ball game.
We'll go ahead and take a break. 37-36, Rocky in the lead at the half here over the Fighting Saints. And when we come back, we'll look ahead at the second half. You're listening to Fighting Saints Basketball on Rewind 94.9 and KCAP.com. It's the Carroll College Fighting Saints halftime show. I'm Daniel Sally. Joining me is Gary Turcott. 37-36. The Battling Bears in the lead on the Mike Miller State Farm Insurance scoreboard. And Gary, as we look ahead at the second half, I think a big thing for Carroll, they need to get Danny Wagner a couple more looks.
Yeah, Danny, and Danny is really a catch-and-shoot player at first. She can also bounce it, but she's probably going to have to bounce it a little bit more this half than she's normally used to, because Rocky isn't giving her very much room. But I know Coach Rochelle, and she will have a plan for how to get Danny open on those looks.
Yeah, she's their leading scorer for a reason, averaging 16.6 per game. I believe she's now the third or fourth all-time leading scorer in Carroll history, and on pace to probably become the second all-time leading scorer in Carroll history. Of course, Jolene Fuzesi-Lloyd. That's a tough record to beat. But Danny Wagner is, I mean, she's one of the most prolific scorers we've had in this program's history, and she's a vet. She's got the experience, she's got the steady hand, and I think we're going to see a lot of her in the second half.
We will. If she could get it going, that would really, really help. And if she doesn't, Christine Denny is going to have to pick up a lot of slack. Christine had a rough start to the ballgame, I thought, by her standards. Mm-hmm. But the second time she came in, I thought she played great.
She gave us a spark.
Really did.
She gave us a spark in that second quarter for sure. And I think one thing that works in Carroll's favor is the experience they have together as a team and how many vets they have on this team now, because they've been in a lot of games like this.
They have.
They benefit from that. They've been in a lot of games like this, and Rocky's not going anywhere today. They're absolutely not going anywhere. India Fly's not going anywhere, and Carroll, they just got to keep their head. I think they know they match up well with this Rocky team. I think they know this was the type of game they were going to have today. But, maybe a little shot coming out in the first half, and now they're dialed in. I'm sure they're going to have some great adjustments ready to go.
Well, you can look at video all you want at Fly. at India Fly and get a sense of her. But till you see her in person, it's different, and she is different. And I think also a big plus for Carroll. I don't think Rocky has a matchup for Jamie Pickens. I think Jamie Pickens needs to be the center of what gets done here to start the second half. I don't think Rocky really likes it when Jamie has the ball in her hands. She's a good shooter. She can get to the rim. She's a great passer. And I would like to see Carroll really go to her to start things off here.
37-36, Rocky leads by 1. We're going to take one more break. Second half action coming up next here from the PE Center. You're listening to Carroll Basketball on Rewind 94.9 and KCAP.com. Back for second half action here at the PE Center. Daniel Sally and Gary Turcotte bringing you Carroll College Basketball on Rewind 94.9. Rocky in the lead, 37-36 at halftime. Starting out will be the Battling Bears with the ball going right to left across your radio dial. Driving in the lane right away, Chloe Thatcher. Her shot is no good. Rebound pulled down by Pickens. Outlet pass, here comes Hilborn. Hilborn to Wagner near side. Looking for a cutter and Swanek. Still got the ball. Wagner, she gets to the top. Pickens has it. Back to Hilborn again. Hilborn over to Swanek to the elbow. Christine Denny looking for a cutter. Finds Swanek outside. Swanek jabs to the right, drives to the left, looks to put a shot up. We got a tie-up. Possession arrow favors Carroll. 3 seconds on the clock, though, for the Saints.
That's a tough call for Carroll. You don't want the jump ball there because you only have 3 seconds.
Better than a turnover.
Yeah, barely. But it is better.
You at least get a shot up.
Oh.
No, they don't. Loose ball. Pickens got to heave one, and the shot clock's going to go off before that.
And you lose the arrow. So I hate to get a jump ball with your possession with less than 5 seconds.
And it's not like you're getting it out of a timeout.
No.
You can't drop a play to get a shot up in 3 seconds. 37-36, Rocky still in the lead. 9:10 to play in the third quarter. Baca Martinez has it. She goes to the top. Fly. 3 over Swanek. Off the rim, no good. Rebound pulled down by Denny. That's a nice effort.
Big
there
rebound.
Christine. She's fantastic on the boards. Here comes the drive from Hilborn. Picks up her dribble. Low block. Pickens guarded by Deathman. Spins back to her right, and it's good. Jamie Pickens with the big bucket.
And that's the advantage Carroll has right there. Carroll with the lead. First time, isn't it? For a
38,
while.
37. Yeah, I think first time since they led 4-2 maybe.
Carroll in his zone.
India Fly, far side. I'm interested to see how this goes. Probeskis in the corner, trapped by Denny and Pickens, and Coach Keller calls a timeout. Full timeout. They're going to take it into a media. 38-37. Carroll leads. We'll take a quick timeout. 8:29 left in the third quarter. You're listening to Fighting Saints basketball on Rewind 94.9 and KCAP.com. Back from the timeout, 38-37. Carroll in the lead on the Mike Miller State Farm Insurance scoreboard. 8:29 to play here in the third quarter. And Gary, already an exciting start to this second half.
Yeah.
First 3 minutes are big.
Real exciting. And Carroll being the man-to-man on out of bounds, Daniel, they always are.
Tough spot to inbound from, near corner.
Ooh.
Hilborn gets a hand on it. It almost hits Gary Turcotte in the head. Dodged the bullet that time. You good?
Yeah, I'm good. I was just thinking, I didn't see that one coming.
Probiscus inbounds. Probiscus caught the inbound. It was Baca Martinez inbounding. They get it out to Thatcher. Thatcher in the lane to Deathman. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Deathman shot blocked by Pickens. Loose ball rebounded by Fly, and that's a shot clock violation. They're saying it hit the rim. I don't think it did.
I didn't see it hit the rim.
It looked like it went under the rim. They were arguing it, and I think Coach Keller looked down at the bench and said, no, it didn't hit the rim. He had some sort of smirk, and he wasn't upset about it, so I'm going to take his word for it. Hilborn across half court for the Saints. Picks up her dribble. Swanek up top, pump fakes, get her defender in the air. Step back, three, buries it.
Big shot.
Oh, man. That was amazing.
She gets up for the big games.
She gets up. She's been getting up for every game this year. I mean, Sienna Swanek, X Factor.
And Carroll is still in the zone, Daniel.
India Fly out to the corner, three-pointer up, and it's good. That was Baca Martinez that time, not the corner. It's from near the top of the key. 41-40, Carroll's lead back to 1. Christine Denny sets a ball screen for Hilborn. Pick and roll back to Denny. She drives up with the right. Nice finish.
Tough finish.
Saints look like they're finding a rhythm.
And they're going to stay in the zone. We'll see what Rocky does.
43-40, Carroll in the lead. Denny coming on the trap. Corner three, she stepped out of bounds. It was Baca Martinez. They tried to get it out to her and got that foot right on the end line there. Carroll with the ball. 7:16 left in the third. 43-40 the score. Camden Hilborn up to Christine Denny. Cross half court. Denny drives the lane. Spins back to her left. Looking to get it out to Pickens. Ball was tipped. Pickens gets it back to Denny. Off the glass and good for 2. Carroll's lead back to 5. 6:58 left in the third. India Fly to Deathman up top. Carroll active in this zone defense, Gary.
Yeah.
Thatcher down low to Deathman. One-on-one with Pickens. Back to the basket. Turnaround with the left. Nice finish. Nice finish by Mackenzie Deathman.
Jamie Litter getting a little too deep.
Pocket a little more, pocket.
Christine Denny outside. Finds a cutter. It's Swanek. Swanek wasn't quite ready for it. She kicks it out. Pickens. Now Wagner. 3 from the top. Off the rim. No good. Loose ball. Swanek tries to save it, but set that foot out of bounds too soon, and Rocky will get it back.
Good look for Danny, though. And Danny needs to get some more looks like that.
6:20 left in the third quarter. Carroll leads by 3. India Fly up top. Near side, Baca Martinez. Work up to the top of the key. She passes it to Fly again. Fly to Baca Martinez again. Thatcher looking for Deathman, out of bounds. And a rare turnover for Chloe Thatcher.
I mean, you can just count on one hand the number of times she'll do that this year.
Yeah.
She just never does that.
She averages about between 1 and 2 turnovers a game.
Yeah.
I mean, And for someone who touches the ball at that volume,
Yeah.
pretty impressive. Sienna Swanek to Hilborn, near side.
And Rocky's gone into his own.
Denny in the middle, looking down low. Pickens, one-on-one on the low block, puts it up. It's good, and that was a mismatch that time.
Great
It was
patience.
Probeskis.
Great patience.
Probeskis came over on the low block, and they got it to our one-on-one. Coach Keller was calling for some help. They didn't bring it. Pull-up jumper on the other end. Fly puts it up, and that's good. I feel like we hadn't seen her put one up in a while, but that was pretty much automatic, and she forces a turnover there on Hilborn. Denny getting to her in transition. Fly draws the foul and will shoot 2. He said she can pick the point guard.
Yeah, well, I think Camden should just throw, and Coach Sayers is telling her now, just throw the ball to Christine and let Christine run it. I mean, Fly's just, she's deadly on the ball.
Tenacious.
And she's going to pick you. She's quick and her arms are long.
First free throw from Fly is no good. Another one on the way. Well, maybe a headsy foul there by Christine since
It was.
Fly's not going to make them both.
It was.
Can't give her a free layup. Second one is good.
There, that time she just threw it back to Christine Denny. Let her dribble it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Swanek.
And
They're going to put
Rocky
Fly at the head of the snake in that zone, Gary.
yeah.
Hilborn, far side, up top Denny. Corner, Swanek, open 3. It's good! It is the Sienna Swanek Show here at the PE Center this Saturday afternoon. 50-45, Carroll in the lead. 5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Baca Martinez to Fly, far side. Fly, back to the wing, Thatcher. And entry pass, Pickens denies the ball, but a foul called on Jamie.
How many is that on Jamie? That's 3 on Jamie.
Yeah, it's 3 on Jamie. Media timeout called, 50-45. Carroll in the lead, 4:51 left in the third quarter. You're listening to Carroll Basketball on Rewind 94.9 and KCAP.com. Back from the timeout, 50-45. Carroll in the lead. 4:51 left in the third quarter. And Gary, this has been an exciting start to the second half.
Well, Carroll came out of the zone to start the second half, and Rocky said, okay, if you're going to zone it, so are we. So it's going to be a little more of a three-point shooting show here.
Leckfold inbounding. Up top, Fly has it. Fly working back. Down low, and a foul called on Hilborn. They're trying to get Probeskis touches down low.
Yeah, and that was the screen roll there with Probeskis setting that pick there.
That's two possessions in a row where they've tried to go to her, and there's been a foul on Carroll trying to get to the entry pass. Fly. Pull-up jumper, it's good.
That's a tough shot, Daniel.
That's a really tough shot.
That was a bad angle, and unrhythm, and she just splashed.
Pure swish.
Yeah.
Christine Denny to the other end, drives the lane, kicks it out to Swanek. Swanek off the bounce, near side. Wagner gets it to Garrett. Looking for a cutter. Garrett's loses it out of bounds, and who's it going to be off of? It's off of Carroll. I thought so. I didn't want to jinx it, though. Fly up top. Thatcher. Now to Probeskis. Fly again. Looking in the lane. It's knocked loose by Denny, and Swanek comes up with it. Nice defense that time by the Saints. Danny Wagner, far side on the wing. Looking down low. Denny on the low block. Signaling for a cutter. Instead passes it out to Swanek. Now Garrett's. Garrett's up top. Can't find the
Ooh,
pass.
give her a
Goes to
good
the
pass.
corner. Three-pointer from Wagner. Ooh, off the rim. It's no good. Loose ball. Rebounded by India Fly. Fly leading the way in transition. Finds a trailer. Probeskis. Nice closeout by Wagner. They get it to Leckvold. Leckvold with Hilborn on her. Fly onto Hilborn. That's a charge.
Big time defense there by Camden Hilborn. As good as it gets against the best player in the league.
That was bound to happen soon.
Unbelievable.
Jaden Lyman in the game. Sienna's going to get a break.
Yeah.
And I imagine they'll stay in zone for the most part, maybe have Camden guard Fly when they're in man.
Jaden likes that zone. She causes trouble in that.
Head of the snake.
Yeah.
Denny to the elbow. It's Maddie Garrett. Now Denny again. She pump fakes, works to her left. Now to Wagner at the high post. Down low, Maddie Garrett backing her defender down. Shot is up, and they call the charge.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's a tough break for Maddie.
Oh.
Doesn't matter. Took place in the
Oh, that was a tough call.
And there,
That's a very experienced official that made the call. He had a pretty good look at it. From where we were, it looked like a flop. Like she actually just fell before there was contact. But he had a better look than we did.
Fly in transition, picks up the screen. Picks up her dribble. Now Thatcher. Lyman up at the top. Fly gets it back from Thatcher. They get it up to Thatcher again. Three from the top, no good. And it looked like she struggled to get that shot up.
Good, Chris. Real quick closeout by Jamin Lyman caused that. Just she loves that zone. She causes a lot of problems for people.
That's one of the things her and Coach Sayers have in common. They both love the zone, and Coach Sayers loves having Jaden in the zone. Denny at the elbow. Looking to the corner. Lyman ends up with it after the deflection to Maddie Garrett. This Rocky zone's been pretty effective too, Gary.
Yeah.
Denny picks up the screen. Drives the lane. Spin move. Out to Lyman. Three. Off the rim, no good. Rebound pulled down by India Fly. Long bounce off the rim that time. Carroll still leads by 3. Fly in the lane. Out to Deathman. Now Fly again. Off the bounce. Works it back outside. Down low for Probeskis. It's knocked out of bounds. I thought so at least. Thatcher saves it. Probeskis mid-range jumper. No good. Rebound pulled down by Christine Denny. Denny to the other end. Goes to her left. Picks up her dribble. Jump ball called. Possession arrow favoring Rocky. Well, that's that arrow we would have wanted from the last one. Stevens checking in, as well as Cunningham for Rocky. Carroll will keep the same 5 out there. Lyman and Hilborn both in now. I stand corrected, not the same 5. No, when they put in Jaden, it was for Sienna. I take that back again. 50-47. Carroll leads by 3. Minute 50 left in the third. Fly, guarded by Lyman, looking down low for Stevens. Back out. Thatcher, just Fly again. Back over to Thatcher. And Lyman in the zone, forces a turnover. She's got one-on-one with Fly, puts it up in transition. That's a hard foul.
Yeah, and I told you, Jaden loves that zone. She will do that.
How many times have we seen her just this year make that play right there?
Right there.
She did it on Thursday night. Now, she missed the layup. That was a bummer. She did make that play defensively, though. Leckvold checking in for Rocky. Lyman will step up to the line to shoot 2. And as she does that, Carroll Basketball on Rewind 94.9 is brought to you by Furniture Showroom. Why pay more? Every day is a great day to buy new home furnishings at Furniture Showroom. First free throw good. Also, First Community Bank, working together for you. DJ's Automotive, here for you and your wheels. And Play It Again Sports, your ski and snowboard rental headquarters. Second free throw on the way from Lyman. That's nothing but net. And Carroll's lead is back to 5, 52-47. Emma Madsen checking in for the Saints. Christine will get a rest. And that's a really good third quarter for Christine.
Yeah, she needs a little rest right now. Good call by Coach Sayers.
She's going to be resting here, resting in the quarter break, and then all gas, no breaks for the fourth, I'd imagine. Cunningham. Inside Probeskis. Leckvold. Down low again. Fadeaway from Probeskis from the low block. No good. Nice defense from Garrett. Rebound pulled down by Hilborn. Hilborn in transition finds Wagner. She picks up her dribble on the block and a double team. Out to Madsen. Hilborn again. Hilborn goes to Maddie Garrett at the high post. Garrett jab steps, drives to her left, and that's another offensive foul on Maddie.
There's just no place to go there, Maddie. She just ran right over her. Trying to do a little too much.
3 fouls.
And the reason for that is this is a good defensive team. They're very well prepared.
Yeah, they had everything covered
They
there.
do, yeah.
Jamie Pickens back in the game. So her and Maddie both have 3 fouls. Hopefully Jamie can make it to the 4th before picking up that 4th. Fly. Guarded by Madsen. Step back jumper. It's good. Wow.
And that was with a hand in her face. It was. There was Maddie that time. Emma had a hand in her face.
Madsen looking to the high post. Gets it to Pickens. Pickens, jab steps, works back out to Lyman. Lyman in the lane. Floater off the rim, no good. Offensive rebound pulled down by Pickens. She goes up with it, draws the foul, and she'll shoot 2. Heads up play there by Jamie Pickens.
Now 22 seconds here, Jamie. Don't get your 4th foul here.
It's like rule number 1.
Yeah.
Swanek checking in. Hilborn will get a quick rest. 52-49, Pickens at the line. As Pickens steps up to shoot, Carroll basketball on Rewind 94.9 is brought to you by Subaru Placer Motors. Dog tested, dog approved. Get your new Subaru today at Placer Subaru just west on Euclid. First free throw, no good for Jamie. She'll shoot 1 more. Also Gold Island Casino. Play and stay where the winners go at Gold Island Casino. Free throw up from Pickens. She misses the second. Fly comes down with the rebound. Rare trip to the line, coming out with nothing for Jamie Pickens.
Dash.
13 seconds on the clock here in the 3rd quarter. Fly up top. I imagine they'll play for the last shot. 7 seconds now. Fly gets a double screen. 3 blocked by Swanek, but Fly comes up with it again. She's going to step through and check one up at the buzzer. No good. And the Saints going into the 4th quarter will lead Rocky Mountain College 52-49 on the Mike Miller State Farm Insurance scoreboard. Do not go anywhere, folks. 4th quarter action coming up next on Rewind 94.9 and KCAP.com. Fourth quarter action here from the PE Center, 52-49. Carroll in the lead over Rocky Mountain College on the Mike Miller State Farm Insurance scoreboard. And we got a lot of basketball left to be played here, Gary, but man, this has been just a heavyweight bout.
It really is. Just watching the 2 coaches go back and forth with the different strategies. 2 really, really good veteran coaches going at each other. That's been just as much fun as watching the players.
10 minutes to play here, and Carroll will inbound the ball to start off the quarter. Lyman will take it out. Lyman, Swanek, Madsen, Pickens, and Wagner, the 5 out there for Carroll. Madsen to the low block. Pickens on Stevens. Back to her right. Baby hook, no good. Rebound pulled down by Fly. Fly up the court. At the top, she passes it back to Thatcher. Fly again in the middle. Nice help from Pickens. She dumps it off to Stevens, though, and Stevens puts it in for 2.
That's a good play. She makes that look so easy. That's just a great play.
She just demands so much attention
she
inside.
Does.
9:20 to play here. 52-51. Carroll leads by 1. Pickens hands off Madsen. Madsen gets the screen, drives the lane, puts it up with her left. Looks like the shot was maybe blocked out of bounds.
It was blocked. Yeah, it was blocked. Contact afterwards, but they don't normally call that. That was a good block.
Protect this, Cole.
Swanek inbounding from the baseline.
Watch it slip. Camille.
Swanek's got to throw it over the top. Lyman. Off the dribble. Loose ball, Fly gets on it, and they call it jump ball.
Fly just picked her again. Gosh, she's just lethal.
Possession arrow favors the Battling Bears.
I don't know if I've seen a more complete player, both ends at the guard position in some time. I mean, she's just, at both ends, she just causes havoc.
She's excellent.
Yeah, just havoc.
There's no wonder she gets Frontier Conference Player of the Week just about every Monday. Stevens looking to pass. It's deflected by Pickens. Swanek can't come up with it. Fly kicks out Thatcher. Open three from the top. Off the rim, no good. Pickens going to work on the boards and gets it. She'll outlet it to Lyman. Lyman across half court finds Madsen. Down low, Madsen back to her left. Off the glass. Nice finish. Nice find by Lyman. Nice finish by Madsen.
Now, the last couple of times, they put Fly at the high post against this zone. We'll see if they do it again. They do. They're putting her at the high post now.
Well, they got Thatcher who can handle the ball. Near side, Cunningham. Madsen forces the turnover. Oh, nope, she got that foot out of bounds. They looked for the entry pass. Madsen got a hand on it, tried to save it before falling out, and it looked like she might be able to get it, but that foot came down just a little too soon. 14 on the shot clock. Near corner, Rocky gets it in. Probeskis has it. Now Fly. Fly works it on Lyman. Puts up a runner. Nice help from Swanek, but it doesn't matter. Another bucket there for India Fly. 26 points now for Fly.
Left-handed.
Madsen over the top. Looking for Pickens. Pass is just a little too high. Pickens takes a spill out of bounds, and Rocky has numbers in transition. Fly pulls up from the elbow. No good. Rebound brought down by Madsen. And a jump ball called again. Possession arrow favors Carroll. Wow. Madsen was fighting a war down there.
Well, they're attacking the rebounder, and some people think a foul should be called in that situation, but the guy with the whistle in his mouth didn't think so.
Back up. Push your right.
Wonder what Darcy thinks.
Yeah.
Lyman to the elbow. Madsen. Off-ball foul called on Cunningham.
I think that's a little bit of a makeup call there.
You think?
Yeah.
Wagner inbounding.
Help us. Help us. Help us. Help us.
Out to Pickens in the corner. Pickens hands it back to Wagner.
Left hand.
Wagner picks up the screen. They're going to go back to Jamie Pickens. She'll work towards the low block on Deathman. Spin move back to her right off the glass. Ooh, no good. That's a nice take.
High percentage shot there.
Fly. Back to Probeskis. To Fly again. They're giving her space on the line. Probeskis again. Swanek gets a hand on it, but Fly ends up with it. Fly's going to drive the lane. Put her hand up. Shot. No good. Rebound brought down by Pickens. Outlet pass. Here comes Jaden Lyman.
Come on, beat you.
Lyman. Very close to getting over and back. Ooh, Jamie's got to be careful on that screen. Three-pointer from Pickens. Off the rim, no good. Loose ball rebounded by Fly. And the last thing we need is anyone picking up their fourth foul on a ball screen. Probeskis working inside, guarded by Madsen. Passes it to the top to Fly. Christine Denny at the scorer's table, Gary. She'll be checking in here shortly. Fly, blocked by Swanek. Oh my goodness. Sienna Swanek throwing a block party, and we're all invited. Lyman across half court. Got to keep it away from Fly. She will pick the point guard. Up top, it's Swanek. Carroll leads by 1, 54-53, 6:20 on the clock. Swanek in the lane, out to Pickens. How about a three from Jamie Pickens off the rim? No good. Rebound brought down by Thatcher. Thatcher working towards the sideline. 30-second timeout called by Coach Keller. They're going to extend it to immediate timeout. Gary, we're going to take it as well. 54-53. Carroll leads by 1 on the Mike Miller State Farm Insurance score with 6 minutes to play here at the PE Center. We'll have more fourth quarter action next on Rewind 94.9 and KCAP.com. Well, if you thought this wasn't going to be a battle, you were wrong. 54-53, Carroll in the lead by 1. 6:07 to play here on the Mike Noyes State Farm Insurance scoreboard. Daniel Sally, Gary Turcott here in the PE Center, coming to you from the Brad Schmidt Allstate Insurance broadcast booth. It's Rocky basketball on the near sideline. Lechfold inbounds it to Fly. Fly up top. Fly guarded by Swanek. Near side now, Thatcher. Deathman to the low post, looking for Lechfold. Miscommunication there. Lechfold was ready to cut. They thought they were going to have her on the wing, and it's a turnover out of bounds.
Carroll jumped into that zone again, and Rocky wasn't quite expecting it.
Especially after an inbounds play. Nice wrinkle by Coach Sayers. Swanek off the screen, drives the lane, kicks it out to Wagner. Wagner gets the screen from Garrett's. Pickens getting some rest here with 3 fouls. Swanek in the lane, kicks out to Wagner again. Back up top, Hilborn. High ball screen from Garrett. Hilborn drives the lane, looks to go up with it. She's called for a travel. Another turnover by the Saints.
Good defense, Rocky. Got to give him credit. It's good defense. Wes has got his team. He's got a real nice ball club.
We got him 2 more times this year.
Yeah.
Both at the rock pile. Probiscus to the near side. Thatcher has it. Back up top. Looking inside for Deathman. Garrett tries to knock it loose, and she picks up her 4th foul. Now, what do you do here with your 5 situation? Do you leave Garrett's in?
No, you got to take her out now. And Jamie's had a little rest because Jamie's only got 3.
Deathman to Probiscus. Now Lechfold has it. Up top they go to Fly, guarded by Hilborn. Screen, Fly pulls it back. They go to Probiscus, into Deathman. Deathman up over Garrett's. Garrett's gets a hand on it. Got to be careful with those 4 fouls. And now she'll come out. Pickens will check in, out of bounds, last touch by the Bears.
Good scramble,
Carroll ball.
Good scramble defense there by Carroll. It looked like Rocky had real numbers and an advantage.
Find it inside. Let's go. You're good. Come on, we need you.
Christine Denny taking it up the court. Sienna Swanek, guarded by Thatcher. Gets it to Denny. Denny runs into some traffic. Now down low. Pickens to her right. Baby hook gets good.
Denny, get the ball to Denny. Denny, get the ball inside to the post player.
Like clockwork.
Yeah.
How many times have we seen that this year?
Yeah.
Fly. Crosses over. Near side Thatcher. Looking to the corner. Probiscus goes down low. Deathman, guarded by Wagner, spins back out. Looks to pass it to the corner and throws it out of bounds.
And the zone's bothered Rocky the last couple of possessions. Carroll traps the ball in the corner, and Rocky a little bit uncomfortable with it.
And we talked about potential adjustments in the second half. How did neither of us think to bring up maybe going into his zone?
Yeah. Yeah. Good point. Ooh, she almost got another steal.
Yeah, she did. Christine Denny gets it over to Swanek. Swanek back to Denny. Denny working towards the elbow. Hands off to Wagner. Swanek again. Swanek pulls up from the elbow. Automatic. Automatic. I mean, oh my gosh. 58-53. Carroll leads by 5. And Sienna Swanek is, I think she made her last 100 elbow jumpers this season. I mean, it's been fantastic. Fly in the lane. Floater. It's good. Wow. India Fly's got 28 now. Hilborn goes to Denny. Denny working inside. Danny Wagner has it now. Back to the corner. Denny thinks about the 3. Instead, she's going to work it back towards the top. Carroll's got all kinds of time. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Cross-court pass to Hilborn. Hilborn pump fakes, drives the lane.
Lord, if that's not a foul, what is?
She thought she had Pickens. Turnover by the Saints. 58-55. Carroll leads by 3. 3:20 left, and Rocky gets it back after the turnover. Fly off the screen. To the wing, it's Thatcher. Back to Fly. She picks up the screen from Stevens. Works back to Thatcher. 3 over Hilborn. She buries it.
And you knew Chloe wasn't going to stay silent forever.
No, she ties it up at 58 apiece. Just under 3 minutes left on the clock. Christine Denny gets the screen. Goes to Wagner. Wagner loses it, gets it back. Lechfold is a good defender.
Yes, she is.
In the lane, crosses over, works back to her left, out to Denny. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Denny to her left side, puts it up. No good. And what's the call there? Out of bounds?
I think he got a foul on, he got a foul on
Jamie.
On Jamie.
That's
yeah.
her fourth. I think 2.5 minutes now, you just keep her in, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Unless you get into a fouling situation, but we're far from that. 2.5 minutes, though. Rocky with the ball and a chance to take the lead. India Fly into the paint to Stevens on the elbow. Stevens back out to Thatcher. Thatcher picks up the screen. Lyman gets around it. Thatcher, step back, three. Oh, my. She is a gamer.
Yeah, those are two huge threes. She's been pretty silent all game, and here she hits 2 threes at crunch time.
61-58. Carroll trails by 3. 2 minutes left. Swanek in the lane out to Denny. Denny takes the 3 this time. Ooh, off the rim. That one's no good. Rebound brought down by Fly. Rocky with a chance to add here. 61-58, a minute 50 to go. India Fly, guarded by Swanek, gets around the screen, picks up her dribble, looks inside for Stevens. Pickens knocks it loose, and Wagner comes up with the steal. Swanek, cross half court, looking for Denny, and she wasn't ready for it, out of bounds. Costly turnover that time for Carroll.
Yeah, that's not where you want to turn that over.
Minute 30 on the clock. Carroll trails by 3. They just got to stop. They need another one. India Fly. Pick up the screen. Up top, Rebescus. Now Thatcher. Thatcher. Switched off to Swanek. In the lane, turnaround, fadeaway, no good. Nice box out by Lyman, and Swanek comes up with the rebound. Swanek to the other end. She's going to go straight to the cup, put it up off the glass, no good. Rebound brought down by Fly. Carroll needs another stop. Just under a minute left. They trail by 3. 53 seconds to be exact. India Fly guarded by Swanek. She's going to take her time.
15 on the shot clock.
Towards the near side. Up at the top. Swanek reaches for it. Called for a foul. I think they jumped the gun on that one.
Yeah.
And that resets the shot clock for 20 seconds. That gives them an extra. There was 10 seconds on the shot clock there. They get another 10 from that one. Leckvold inbounding to Fly. Fly steps through traffic, and another foul. That's not going to be on the shot, though. That's the right call. On the floor. They want a flagrant. They're going to talk about this. So are they going to call it on the shot? Are they going to call it flagrant? Are they going to call it on the floor? Yep.
Regular, just a common foul. There's a break for Carroll. Now, it's not too late. Get a pit stop right here.
It's back to 20 seconds on the shot clock. That's the problem with those fouls. They inbound it to Stevens up top. Carroll denying ball hard. Leckvold guarded tightly by Danny Wagner. Crosses over into the lane, puts up a shot, and one. And it looks like Rocky's got a shot to close this thing out. They lead by 5, 29 seconds on the clock.
Well, they just made some great plays here at crunch time. They really have.
Yeah, they have.
And played good defense when it really counted.
Excellent. I mean, they've taken us out of our offense. Deathman in the game, Stevens to the bench. At the free throw line. First shot up from Leckvold. She completes the three-point play. Coach Sayers is going to call a timeout. Carroll trails by 6, 64-58 on the Mike Miller State Farm Insurance scoreboard. We're keeping it here, Gary. 29 seconds left. What do you do next?
Well, Carroll, there's still time. I mean, it's a two-possession ball game. You got to get a 3. Carroll's got an opportunity here. Get a 3, and then probably I would go for is try to get a steal or a turnover with a full court press, try to get a trap, and get another 3.
Uh-huh.
You still enough time, but if you foul them, they're in the bonus, and they're going to get to shoot 2 free throws.
But if you get a bucket here,
would be big.
Don't steal it, then you have to foul.
Then you have to foul.
Yeah. Shot clock is off.
Yeah, the shot clock is off. 29 seconds to go. Carroll down 6.
Oh, boy.
Rocky in the bonus at the free throw line.
No, Carroll's inbounding. We called the timeout. Denny off the inbound, goes to Garretts. Garretts with the three. Ooh, off the rim, no good. Rebound pulled down Lyman. Quick putback is in, and just like that, it's a 4-point game, 64-60 with 21.8 seconds left. 30-second timeout called again by Coach Sayers. Let's keep it here again, Gary.
Yeah. So now there's 21 seconds left, and Carroll called the timeout, so Rocky can't advance it. Rocky could call a timeout and advance it to half court. But I don't know if they will. I don't think Wes will. I think he'll try to run an out-of-bounds play down there and get the ball to probably Chloe, who's probably his best free throw shooter. Carroll, you got to be full denial, and if they catch it, you got to trap them. But try full denial, try for the 5-second count right here.
64-60 the score, 21.8 seconds left. And Rocky has showed up. Looks like Rocky is going to call a timeout. 30-second timeout called by Coach Keller. So they'll put together a full timeout between the two, and they'll advance the ball with the timeout. I think that's probably a good call.
The smart rule. And in women's basketball now, if you on a dead ball, if you call a timeout, you can advance it to half court. Now that's not the rule in men's.
No.
But it is the rule in women's, and I don't know why they made it, but that's sort of what the NBA's like.
4-point Rocky lead. And they have showed up to the PE Center today looking to play spoiler, and they are 21 seconds away from succeeding in their plan.
Well, you can see how they've only had one loss. What are they, like 12-1?
14-1.
14-1, yeah.
And this one's going to get them into the top 25 next week, that's for sure.
I can't believe they're not already.
Well, they haven't come out with a new poll in weeks. Foul on the inbounds play on Carroll. That's on Sienna Swanek. Only her second. And they were getting ready to inbound again. They're in the bonus. It's India Fly who'll be shooting the free throws.
What are her numbers? What are her total points now, Daniel?
I believe she has 28. Sorry, 28. First free throw up from Fly. No good. All right. Another one on the way. That one's good. So it's a 5-point game. Coach Sayers got 2 timeouts left. She'll use one of them right here. It's a full, but we're going to go ahead and keep it here. Carroll Basketball and Rewind 94.9 is brought to you in part by Gold Island Casino. Play and stay where the winners go at Gold Island Casino. Also by your Montana Toyota dealers and the Lewis and Clark Library. For more than 150 years, Lewis and Clark Library has steadfastly served the residents of Lewis and Clark County.
So Daniel, Carroll's just called timeout, so they get to advance to half court, down 5.
That's big.
Yeah.
It's what they did last possession.
Down 5. That's a 2-possession game. You don't have to shoot the 3. You can shoot the 2 here. But you got to get something up quick, and then you got to try to get a steal. So, I mean, we've seen it happen before. Rocky has 1 timeout left. So, if Carroll does score, they will probably take a timeout so they can advance it as well.
65-60 is the score. 21 seconds left. I imagine quick hitter play here for Carroll.
Yeah.
Maybe get Sienna a touch at the 3-point line and have her let it fly. She's been probably the best 3-point shooter for Carroll tonight, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Hey, your chest.
And they're going to get the ball to Sienna. Started by Thatcher. They're going to foul her.
Yeah.
Oh, they only had 1 foul. They got 3 more for the
Smart
bonus.
strategy by Coach Keller. Very smart. That's only the 2nd team foul. They can do that 2 more times.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
They're going to go to Swanek again. And she's going to try and put up a 3 on the foul. They're going to call it on the floor, though. They wanted to get away with it. He said they're done fouling.
Yeah.
Don't want to give them
that
free
was too
throws.
scary. Coach Keller, that scared him. He won't do that again.
They get it into Swanek. Swanek picks up a screen from Pickens. 3 from Swanek. Off the rim, in and out, rebound by Fly. Loose ball, and they're going to call a foul on that. Oh, that was tough. I think they were anticipating contact. The ball got knocked loose. And Fly will go to the line. That's probably what was going to happen regardless. So I guess we'll see what happens here. But Rocky up 5 with 11 seconds left. It looks like they're going to pull this one out. This has just been a great basketball game.
Well, it has, and you just got to give a lot of credit to both teams.
First free throw, no good from Fly.
Ball screens are switches. All of them. Yeah.
Another one on the way. That's good. So Fly splits another pair. 30 points for her. 66-60. Carroll will call a timeout. 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here again. 11 seconds on the clock, and I imagine we're going to see another inbound play here for the Saints looking to get themselves a quick 3.
Right. Yeah. It's just, when you save your timeouts like Coach Sayers does, this last couple of minutes, you can really, really slow the game down, give yourself a chance. Now, that last 3 that Sienna took rattled. Yeah. Had that gone down, it would be a 2-point ball game right now. It really would. Excuse me, a 3-point ball game. It would be a 3-point ball game.
It's a whole lot different than a 6-point ball game, that's for sure.
Yeah.
11 seconds left. Wagner inbounding from the side. Another screen. They switch. Swannick towards the wing. Gets out to Wagner. Quick 3 off the rim, or not even off the rim. Short, but Denny picks up the O board, puts it in for 2. Just 3 seconds left, and Coach Keller's going to call a timeout. Full timeout.
Yeah.
We're just going to keep it here again. Just 3 seconds on the clock. 66-62, Rocky in the lead. And before we wrap this up, Gary, Carroll Basketball on Rewind 94.9 is brought to you in part by Montana's largest Tempur-Pedic retailer. Save time and save money, Mattress Firm. Also, A1 Rentals, making your projects easier on Cedar next to Party Plus. And St. Peter's Health. Don't forget to listen for today's St. Peter's Health Gold Standard Player of the Game. St. Peter's Health is hiring people just like you. Jobs are open now, offering $15 per hour minimum wage, full benefits, and family gym memberships. Apply today at sbhealth.org/careers. And Gary, this is going to be a tough one to swallow for Carroll for a long time.
It is, but I didn't think anybody was going to go through this league undefeated, and I don't think Rocky will either.
Oh, no.
It's Carroll is going to lose this one today, but a lot to learn from it. Rocky just played great.
They did.
And the thing that impressed me about them, of course, is Fly, but how good a defense they played. They really played good man defense. I mean, they did.
A lot of that goes to Keller, too. He had a really good game plan put together for how they were going to guard us.
Yeah.
Lechvold will inbound from the near sideline. Inbounding, loose ball. Deathman ends up with it. She's just going to try and run the clock out, and she does. And a big win for the Rocky Mountain College Battling Bears here at the PE Center. 66-62, the final score on the Mike Miller State Farm Insurance scoreboard. And Gary, we'll go ahead and take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have the Carroll postgame show built by Builders First Source. We'll take a look at the stats, break down the game, start to transition to the second game of tonight's doubleheader, and we'll also name our St. Peter's Gold Standard Health Player of the Game, all that and much more. But for now, it's a 4-point Rocky win on Carroll's home floor, handing them their first conference loss of the year. Postgame show coming up next here on Rewind 94.9 and KCAP.com.